Skuni 007 hitting us with some Beatles here. He says, "Don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello." Welcome in, my friend, Sakuni 007. Indeed, guys. Mike Silva. Yo. Yo, Adrian, we did it. So how you doing, Mike? Yep, it's happy holidays from Carlos Yaz. Welcome in, Carlos. Good to see you. All right, man. The more ne'er-do-wells, the better. Boy, last night was quite an adventure. We'll talk about that because that is the segue, if you will. By the way, I have a pet peeve. Oh, I have many, and I also have a pet cat. 2 pet cats are my kids. Anyhow, when people spell segue, S-E-G-W-A-Y, I hate that. It's S-E-G-U-E. Anyhow, doesn't matter. Let's talk about it. So last night, I was going to do a first look at Action PC Baseball 2024. And I'm sure a bunch of other people beat me to the punch by now, but that's all right. That is all right. So anyhow, for any of you that purchased the game, you know that it had issues. So you install the game, and some of us got an error message that said the game is already running, which of course it wasn't. Some of us got, you can't run it from this folder, which of course was the default folder that it was supposed to install to. And then lucky folks like myself and a few others got both. So, yeah, it was really, really fun. So I want to talk about customer service and how this all shook out. And I'll just say it up front. This is something that I've said that Strat and Appa, and to a lesser extent Appa, because I had made a purchase for somebody on here. I bought Baseball for Windows for that person, and I did get an answer that same day. So that was okay. But still, customer service, man. So Dave Cook, he's in Central Time. And I'm get home, really excited, missed dinner, the whole thing, wanted to do this first look last night for you guys. Couldn't get the thing working. Of course, it was on the Action PC forums and everything. I said, well, yeah, it is just time. And not angry at Dave. I mean, these things happen, right? This guy worked with me till probably about 12:30 a.m. Couldn't get it running and everything. It's like, it's all good. It's all good. So, but first, I mean, here's a developer. Imagine anybody at Strat or Appa, and I am singling those two out, all right? Right up until 12:30 or 1 a.m. with you, right? Trying to get your game to work. And it's not going to happen. Dave was there, and there were a lot of people that were dealing with this issue. So it wasn't just me. Quite a few. There's a couple people in our community here, and right, he stayed on, man. He worked with me, but finally, I was just knackered, And I said, "Well, Dave, whatever." So I wake up this morning, check my email to see if there's any sort of update. What does the guy do? He sends me, so I ordered the basic package because I have everything for this game, except PCL seasons. I'm not interested in really doing minor league baseball stuff. He sends me the deluxe edition with like the 2023 season, which is the only season for this I didn't have. I wasn't interested, but that, and then 5 free seasons. And I'm like, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. I said, but you made a mistake. I said, I only ordered the basic package. I'll be glad to pay the difference. 5 minutes later, he sends back an email and he says, no charge at all. Merry Christmas and enjoy. Have fun. Now, the difference is like a $30 difference. So this guy is up with me till early in the morning, trying to get this running. I don't know how many different uploads they did to get the proper file to work in the game. And then to do that, to send me the deluxe version, which I didn't even order. Now, just to clear up, the deluxe version, basic version, just has to do with what seasons, come with your purchase. But other than that, it's the same game. That, even if he didn't do that, just staying up, staying with me, fielding the questions from everybody, trying to get it to run. That is customer service that goes above and beyond. And if anybody who's new to Action PC, or you're thinking about Action PC baseball, for that matter, anything from DK Sports. While I don't play other sports, if I did, I would probably buy every damn game they sell. But that's why I bought everything they sell for baseball, or mostly everything. Don't hesitate. You're getting an excellent baseball game. This is like the third or fourth time since I've been playing Action PC baseball, since 2017, that I've reached out to Dave, and company. And the most I've ever had to wait is maybe 18 hours for a response. And that is just astounding. I don't know whether this is his main gig, or, he does this on the side. Either way, that kind of customer service goes a long way. And I think there's a lot of companies, not just Stratton Appa, but just in general, that could learn about that. Because he understands that no matter whether you're buying basic game or the super classic deluxe mega with, Kate Beckinsale there in a nightie waiting for you. So I just wanted to say that if you want to jump in, you should jump in. I want to thank Dwayne Martz too. Dwayne Martz, was on with Discord last night and gave me a little sneak peek of the game, and it was pretty cool. So I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that's going on. Yeah, man, Dave, good on Dave. How about it, Mike? Carlos is guaranteed that I would bet the farm that Dave would be hands-on helping. Yeah, awesome business, which is indeed, Carlos, yeah, it says a lost art nowadays. It really, really is. And I mean, I mean, having owned businesses and having, also been a professional performer where I would contract myself out and stuff like that. The customer's not always right. I think whoever, came up with that maxim should be shot. And if they're dead, they should be dug up and shot anyhow. Sometimes the customer needs to be educated. But the thing is, having that kind of respect, not only for the fact that you put up money, right? Because, right? He could have just said, well, whatever, I'll get to tomorrow. I'm going to sleep. And we've seen that from game developers. Nope, he hasn't. And I mean, I'm hoping David Baseball Demos got his stuff straightened out with Strat PC. I guess there was an issue with it last week. But he knew he couldn't do it on the weekend, right? Because they don't answer emails on the weekend. He does. Like I said, I at least one of the 4 times that I've had to contact DK Sports was a weekend thing, and it was a Saturday, and bam, got an answer the same day. He's amazing. So great company with a great product and customer service that is just really, I think, just unequaled. So what about the game? What about it? So last year, the big update was the pitcher-batter comparison tool, which Dwayne had never used last night. So I'll show that to you guys anyhow tonight, even though that's been in since 2023. It's one of the most unique things I've seen in a baseball sim. This year is more focused on not so much the in-game graphics as how information is presented. And I think it is really, really, really nice how information is presented. There's definitely, and I don't know if it's conscious or not, there's definitely an out of the park. A couple of the things here will remind you of out of the park baseball when you see them. There's a couple of things that are really, really interesting. The baseball park thing, especially when I'm going to show you, just it's pretty cool. So when you look at the players right now, just from here, you're still seeing the same view that you're used to seeing. Okay, so we're not going to get too much into that. It's still all the ratings and everything like that. So that's really not where you're going to see things. But let's go into leaders, and here's where you're going to see something that you will see in out of the park baseball, which I always thought was beautiful, and I'm glad it's in this game as well. All right. So now for leaderboards, not only do you get the whole long leaderboard that you always get, but now you get the player photos, right, of the players, like, leading in a certain category, but also you get all the other people, right? So, and you can filter this to however you want it. So this is displaying right now, like the top 20, I believe it is. in home runs. Now, again, I don't even know what league. I have no idea what league this is. Oh, it's an all-time. It's a franchise greats league that I mess with every once in a while. This is very, very similar to the leader screen and Out of the Park Baseball. So I really, really like this. Just presentationally, it's pleasing. I think it's just more immersion into the game. And another nod, even though it's not readily apparent. So as you know, in Out of the Park Baseball, if you click on any player's name, bam, his page comes up. Well, it does here. You just got to double click. So if we look at Mark Grace, we can just bring up Mark Grace's card. And we can look at, right now, it'll default to manager tendencies, but I can go here again and just look at Mark Grace's card all the way through, his usage, history, all that kind of stuff. So really, really, really cool. Of course, down here, you can, just look at all seasons for him, what have you, for his history, or just previous season or what have you. Now, that being said, this still doesn't have, and this isn't a knock, it doesn't have what Out of the Park does that will give you the player's career stats. It doesn't do that. But bear in mind, too, that this is not like Out of the Park Baseball or Pure Sim, which also does that, which has all the seasons included, because you can edit players in this game. So I get that. All right. So this is really, really nice. So you could also track, like, for instance, here, who's in the running, like, for MVP. So it has MVP tracking. You can do like all kinds of custom statistics searching, again, as you always have been. All right. And even create your own filters. So this is nice. And you can view custom leaderboards, however you set that up. But again, I always loved this in Out of the Park Baseball, and I'm so glad to see it here. So you get basic batting. You get, of course, expanded batting. So their averages versus lefties versus righties, on base versus lefties, on base percentage versus righties, slugging less. So splits all the way down, with OPS, with, who's leading right now in multi-hit games. Again, I'm just showing you this because it's just for illustration. So very, 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 very nice job. Again, basic pitching. Expanded pitching, fielding, MVP custom. Okay, so that is nice. Okay, and you can view any of these things on your own. And again, you can split it down. So let's say that you have multi divisions, which in this case I do. So if I wanted to look at just the National League West, I can just look at who's leading in the National League West, or the American League East. So I really, really, really like this new feature. The missing pictures are just because there's nobody leading it. In this case, I guess I don't have a picture of Sparky Lyle. No big deal. All right. So we're going to go into a game. I'm going to show you a couple other fun things. There's Pib99. D. Scott Howard says that he had a similar situation where they sent the wrong item, and then they corrected it. They sent you the next level package. Yeah, it's just brilliant. There is, like, what can you say, right? Okay. There's a lot more. I haven't had a lot of time to dive into the game, but yeah, isn't that leader screen cool? All right, now when we get into a game, this is fun. I really, really love this. So we're gonna quote unquote play a game. All right. And actually, I'm not. I have sharing desktop audio on. I probably shouldn't. So if you guys get a weird echo, let me know. And I'll figure that out. Okay. All right. So let's see who's playing where and doing what. All right. So we're just going to pick a game. Tigers, the Yankees and Tigers. All right. And of course we'll manage the Tigers, and let's go into it. So this screen is still the same, but this is a nice screen. This was, I think this was 2022 was this new play screen edition, I think. All right. All right. So they have different things here for like whether you're doing full screen, 3/4 screen. I haven't messed with this part yet because I usually play full screen when I play this. So I can't really get into this, but this is all pretty much self-explanatory. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play. And we're just going to let the computer do the lineup. So it's going to be Catfish Hunter, Denny McLain. Should be a hell of a game. And yes, I don't care if they're over the limit. And if this is echoing, let me know. Hey, Bernie. Rabid Wolverine. He says, hey, finally see you with a live broadcast. Well, welcome in, man. Good to see you. We got one of the X-Men in here, guys. He's a rabid one, too. Welcome in. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the channel. Okay, here's a really, really cool thing. Again, a lot of it, you might say, well, it's presentational, but wait, you're going to see some really cool stuff here, guys. So, of course, you've got the usual opening blurb and whatever and what the weather's like, but this is a nice new touch. Look at this, right? So we got Catfish Hunter versus Denny McLain, showing, the one-loss record of whatever file this is. So this is a subset of the baseball history collection, and then his ERA in that, which is really, really nice. We hit play ball, and then we're not going to call this game too much. Pib 99 has played a couple games early, all very smooth, and the new baseball card pop-ups are cool. Yeah, so, and we'll show you here. This is so cool. So first, what do the baseball cards look like? Well, let's look at Ty Cobb. Now, you can do, create templates and everything like that. But this is basically, this is the view of what just the generic kind of baseball card look like. What do I like about it? Picks the proper colors. But look here, we can see Ty Cobb's range there in the upper left, right? The year in this case, so this is normalized around, or for him around the 1915 for the baseball history collection, though this is not his 1915 season, obviously. So again, you see a center field rating, his fielding percentage, his arm, and his slash line, which is real nice. Okay, and then you're seeing the stats, real, and then this would be your replay stuff, and then in the game. Pretty nice, pretty cool, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and click away or move away from Cobb. And I want to show you something else cool, but let's look at the pitcher. Okay, so there's McLain showing that he's a fastball pitcher and his rating right at 87. And again, what his real quote unquote real stats are that you can see right here. Games started, innings pitched, hits, home runs, given up, earned runs, walks, strikeouts. So the things that you're going to look for: earned run average, wins, losses, saves. What opponents hit against him, how many walks per 9, and strikeouts per 9. So if you remember before, like when you would get this information, which of course you have, right? You get this information, but it was like kind of not. There's more information here, I guess, is what I'm saying. But now here's the freaky part. So if you click anywhere on the field, watch this. Boom! How cool is that? So you want to talk about a quick roster view. You want to take a quick look at your, right? Who's on the field? All I did was click on the field. But so I can look at, right, so there's New York's lineups. I can look at the New York's defense. I can look at the Detroit defense and the Detroit Tigers lineup. And we can see there's Catfish Hunter. And so, again, there's this really, really cool baseball card view. And absolutely just love it. So, let's say you've got somebody coming up, right? And you're like, okay, you could in the old game kind of look at his stats or whatever by mousing over, just what we did there to get that baseball card view. But I like this because you get a nice little graphic view that you can look over and what have you. And if I'm, for those of us that call games, this is awesome. This is really, really awesome because you could talk about, maybe this Detroit outfield, for instance, right? So, it's like, well, you have Cobb, you have Hammond, whatever, and there's just a wealth of stuff. So this isn't just something that's pretty. I think this is something that is very, very informationally useful. And we do play games for the immersion factor. And I mean, even without templates or anything like that, these look like kind of legit mini baseball cards. And I love it. Yeah. So all you have to do, man, is click on any empty space in the field that comes up. How cool is that? If you right click, you get the usual options and stuff like that. Okay. Whoops. If let's see. Yep. So that's that. As far as I'm assuming you can change the font size. I can see it, but if I really need to see that information, it's right there. And there's Earl Combs leading off. It seems like they've done a pretty good job with the chalkboard. That's something that they're always working on every year. I wish I had a completed season to show you guys, because I will once we do the 1967 thing, but Pib's going to be doing it in Action PC. So maybe once he does that, maybe I'll ask him if he'll share his screen that night. And so we can show you that feature, because it's super, super cool. Basically, all the controls are the same. My only complaint, and it is really, really minor, is unlike Out of the Park Baseball, there's still not a way to spectate the game. So you have to manage a team, even though you can have the computer calling plays. You have to make some of the decisions yourself. Whether you're bringing in a relief pitcher, pinch runner, pinch hitter, what have you. So you can't just be a spectator like you can in most of the games. But that is really kind of the only thing. Some people were also worried about bringing in logos, ballparks, ballpark assignments, team colors, right? Because thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to go through all that again. So basically 2 clicks of the mouse, and it brought everything that I assigned from baseball, or from Out of the Park, or from, Action PC Baseball 2023 right into this. Super simple. Show you how to do it. It is nice. Okay. So we'll just I'm not going to really, we'll just call a game here, not the whole thing, but all right. So Earl Combs leading off here, hitting 250 on the year. All right. We're ready to go here. Comerica Park. Denny McLain ready to wind and deal the 2-1 pitch to the Kentucky Colonel, and swung on. This one popped high towards second. Charlie Gehringer is under it, and he will pull it down. Can of corn. 1 up, 1 down now for Bernie Williams, a switch hitting third baseman, batting in the second slot. McLain with the 1-1 pitch. Williams, little chopper up the first base line. Hank Greenberg onto Denny McLain covering. 2 up, 2 down now for the Yankees. And here's Babe Ruth. Ruth hitting 250 in the season, thus far, young season. Ruth swings, and this one, no doubt about it. So that one, a line shot out of here, and that one goes 404 feet. Now, what happens? This is also really cool. So before, you just got home run. Now you get the hitter's baseball card and how far it went, and whatever stat it is. So if it's a stolen base or if it's a strikeout or whatever, it's going to track this the whole way through. Very, very cool, right? And then all you do is hit this little X down here to go away from it. If the home team hits a home run, it has like a big, it's a like a flashing thing. Damn it. Go away. It's a flashing thing up here. Of course, one of the nicest features that I've always loved about Action PC Baseball is when you mouse over an inning, you can see what has happened. So far, we know that Combs popped out, Williams grounded first, 2 out, and then Babe Ruth with a solo shot. And this comes in really, really handy as you go along. All right. And then, of course, the main scoreboard, the main box score view is right there, and you can always hide that. All right. All right. Here's Lou Gehrig. Babe Ruth hitting a Lou Gehrig type home run. Apparently, he was more of a line drive home run hitter. Ruth with those big arcing shots, but that ball got out of here in a hurry. All right. So Gehrig is 0 for 7, so really cool start to the season. McLain deals. Here's the 2-1. This one chopped up the first base line. Hammer and Hank. So first baseman grounds to first baseman. That does it for the Yankees, but they pick up on a run on the Babe Ruth solo shot. We go to the bottom of the first. New York Yankees 1, and the Tigers coming to bat. I'm hoping the Tigers hit a home run because it just looks cool. All right, here's Ty Cobb. He's hitting 250, the Georgia Peach. Cobb, just a little squibber to Bernie Williams, but he's got to hurry his throw, and he's not going to get Cobb too fast. So the Georgia Peach on first, and again, so we look over here. So again, with the older versions of it, you would see that stolen base jump chance, stolen base percentage, and his run rating. Now there it is. It's like, can I move it? I can't move it up there. You can just see it up there. In his case, the orange box. So I like informationally what's this doing, and also showing where he is in the batting order. Real nice. All right, here is Charlie Gehringer now, and Cobb with a leadoff first. Hunter, and there goes Cobb in the first pitch, the throw down by Yogi Berra, and they get Ty Cobb. So Berra comes up gunning, and no chance for the Georgia Peach that time. So 1 out, and the base is empty. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Gehringer, and this one missing low, ball 4. All right, so a runner on for Detroit, and here comes Harry Heilmann, forgotten Hall of Famer, right fielder. Heilmann hitting a .556 in the young season, home run, 4 runs batted in. Hunter deals, full count, and 2 walks in a row. So there we go. And there's Brad Church, or Pib 99 telling Brad, loving it, liking it a lot so far. Brad Church just got here, but are we liking? Yes, we are. Yes, we are, man. We're loving it. We're loving it. We're loving it. So anybody, if you've been on the fence about this game, so Mike's asking, what's everyone's favorite thing about the new version? My 2 favorite things are that and the expanded leaderboard like thing, MVP tracking, Cy Young tracking. So yeah, it's down to 2. For me, there's so much that I still haven't explored yet. But one of my other favorite things I promised you guys that I would show you that's been in here since Action PC 2023. If I double click, let's say I bring in, or I double click on Hank Greenberg. And for whatever bizarre reason, I would want to pinch hit for Hank Greenberg. And of course, you wouldn't. All right. So I can see here. All right. So Catfish Hunter right now. All of this right here is going to show me, and this will change. So if you use this out of game, like just you're looking at rosters, you want to create rosters, or you want to create your own batting order, what have you. This is really, really nice. But in game, this will change depending upon the game situation. So if you have runners on or what have you, right? So let's say I wanted Norm Cash to bat instead of Hank Greenberg, right? So just by highlighting Cash, I can see here different numbers, how he is going to do. In other words, he has a 20.3% chance for a hit off Catfish Hunter. Okay, Hank Greenberg showing us up here is 22.8%. It's just, I'm showing this because not a lot of people use this feature, or maybe might not even be aware of it. Dwayne wasn't. Show you his there's what percentage of a chance he has Norm Cash to hit a double, a triple, a home run, walk, strikeout, and right. So, and to score a run. So, and then with pitchers, you can also do the same thing to see how they would do with each batter. You could also, as they don't have anybody up in the bullpen, but if there was, right, you have the bullpen up here and you wanted to pinch it for Hank Greenberg, right? Or you're bringing Hank Greenberg in or somebody as a pinch hitter, right? So what you could do then is click on each name in the bullpen, and the numbers will change here to reflect how that hitter would be, right, his percentage of success or failure or what have you versus a given pitcher. So something you shouldn't forget. And again, it reminds you down here, outcome percentages may change based on base situation and pitcher clutch rating. So good stuff. All right, here's Hammer and Hank Greenberg and the 3-1 pitch. And it looks like Catfish Hunter is having some control problems. 3 walks for him thus far. All right. Look, it's really kind of fun. It even tracks like the average that he's throwing. So in his last 5, he's thrown about 86 on the gun. So kind of cool. I like that. Bobby Veach, you know where to put him. Bases juice. Veach sends this one to right field. This one is high. Reggie Jackson back on it, and it's a grand slam. And there we go. Up there on the scoreboard, you get the nice little blinkety-blink stuff, and the Tigers go ahead 4-1. The Yankees have been kind of stinking up the league so far. So that one was his first home run, 337 feet. All right, we're going to go ahead and sim the rest of this game instead of playing it out. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. So let's go ahead and we'll just quick play this one. All right. And boom, and boom. And here we go. Will the Yankees win a game? The Yankees win this one 11-6. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. There's nothing really different that I've discerned thus far on this screen. So you still have all your, batting, pitching, miscellaneous. Of course, the score sheet that's always done. Game recap, play-by-play, and then film, which you can't do right now because you're in game. But film isn't like out of the park baseball. But this is kind of nice to just go back because, you can see what the situation was and the count and everything like that. And of course, you can choose to play this game pitch by pitch. And you're probably wondering, why would you? If you're playing 19th century baseball and you play this pitch by pitch, it will adapt to the ball strike rules of, like, so if you're playing in 1887, those ball strike rules were different than, 1893, right? The sort of advent of modern baseball. So for you guys that have earlier versions and you want to bring things in, you click up here on import after the game is deciding what it's going to do. Just give it a second. Okay, so we go to import, and you can import games, managers, park information from a previous game edition, team colors, nicknames, and logos, player photo assignments from past season, historical team colors, and user-created, if you had a user-created player spreadsheet. It is literally that easy. You click on this, and you go to the previous year's directory. So if I wanted to, which I already did this, if I wanted to bring in the stuff from Action PC Baseball 2023, I just go to where that's installed, go to that main directory, click, and bang. The import takes maybe 2 to 3 seconds. It's that fast. So that's pretty much it. David Lando, welcome in. He says, hey, y'all, enjoy the new game. Yeah. So I know that the Tex Ags was kind of, he was sort of concerned about this, about bringing things in. And you guys, it's really that simple. Here it is. Because the main thing to understand about Action PC Baseball is everything resides, as far as the data are concerned, in your DK Sports data directory. And so the game, when it's installing, it kind of detects previous versions, knows where it is. So all you've got to do is just go up and go boom, 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 and it brings them in. That simple. The only thing that I would caution against is installing this to other than the default. The game itself doesn't take a big footprint. Now, if you're like me and you've got all these ballparks and player pictures, then you're talking, but still you're only talking a few gigabytes, I think. Let me look at my DK Sports data directory here really quickly, and just to give you guys an idea of how much this game might take up in total. All right, so I'm looking here, and you remember, guys, I have a ton of ballparks and everything like that, so you're talking about 8.5 gigabytes if you have everything. So really kind of a small footprint. That's kind of it. So Mike Silva's asking about, you're asking the wrong dude, man. I know nothing about PC Replay, except that it's a good game that I'm not going to buy. But Bernie says, can't believe what a bargain this game is when you consider the seasons that come with the game. Yeah, I mean, it's just great. It's great. So I don't know if there's not much else to, I guess, talk about. There's this compare function here that's always been here again that you can do. Comparing teams, and you can take it now. So this is an addition. You can get down into divisional levels and stuff like that. So, export to CSV file if you want to. You can differentiate between regular season and playoffs, league totals for the average team, or totals completely. Everything is sortable, as you can see. Yeah, it's great. And I will say it as I've said before, and this is not a knock on the other baseball sims out there, because I play a lot of them, and you guys play a lot of them. If you could only have two, and I know I'm waffling by saying two, if you could only have two baseball sims, digital baseball sims to play, in my book, the two are Out of the Park Baseball and Action PC Baseball. And that is no disrespect to Digital Diamond. Digital Diamond is a fantastic game. APA PC is an excellent game. Strat PC is an excellent game, let down by an interface and bad customer service, but still a very, very good game. But in terms of what you can do and freedom and ease of use, I have to really, really give the nod to Out of the Park first, because you get everything with the game. But this one is easier to use in other ways, provided you get the seasons. And let's face it, at full price, the seasons are a steal. I mean, I think seasons, I don't even know what season prices are for this thing. I'd have to look, but they're usually less expensive than the competition. And Dave Cook frequently has sales. And if you are a continuing user, I would say upgrade. Definitely get it, because you're getting all the new features of 2023 and 2024. I know there's a lot I haven't seen yet, but I wanted to jump on and show you this, guys. And I know I'm sounding like a shill for Dave Cook, but again, just I would be gushing just as much if this was my first time ever buying this game and seeing the exemplary customer service that I and many others really experienced last night. Because you're a developer, you're whatever, I don't care, you're a songwriter, you're a writer, whatever you do, the thing that you create, that's your child, and you want to get it off to the best start as possible. And it was an amazing gesture that he gave me. Like, he sends me the file to the version, Dave Cook did, that I didn't even install, right? I mean, and it's like a $30 difference. I mean, so I essentially got the game for free. And well, I got one season I didn't have, 2023. The other seasons I do have, but I mean, how cool is that? And yeah, I can't say enough good about this guy. So Mike says he doesn't feel like he's missing anything. Well, no, Bernie, because he could, I mean, he could buy 2023. You can buy the 2023 season. That's another nice thing about this game. Now, again, for me, I like the baseball card feature. I also like there's a lot more expanded customizable reports that you can do. So to me, this is a damn fine upgrade, and again, worth buying. For those who don't feel like you want to upgrade now, maybe down the line, the game does go on sale. I know usually around opening day, which is really cool. The game will frequently go on sale around there. Great service, great support, a great baseball game. This one, I'm always hesitant to give letter scores or number scores, but this is an A. This is a solid A. Definitely. So, yep, I'm loving it too. Man. When I clicked on the field today and all the baseball cards popped up, I was like, whoa, that was so cool. Yep, the pop-ups. Love them, right? Yep, it's good to see you, man. So I didn't know if you had already streamed a game with this or not, but Dave Gardner, how you doing? He says he might have to get it himself. Dave, it's really good. I mean, it's really good. And you already know, as everybody does, about Dave Cook. I don't know, you caught it, man. Dave Cook was up with me till like 12:30 in the morning last night and still couldn't get this thing to work. And he sends me the deluxe version today and says, Merry Christmas, and here you go. And just brilliant. Yeah, I did, right? It just clicked it. It's like, holy moly, man, there's all these all these baseball cards on my screen, which I think is useful. So to me, this isn't just cosmetics. That's really useful information. And let's face it, guys, baseball is the most statistically intensive sport. There is, right? There's a statistic for everything in baseball, and I think that any game that strives to find better ways to present those statistics, that's phenomenal. And I think that Out of the Park still does it the best. But boy, this is so cool. Again, just and again, this is what this is an Out of the Park kind of thing that they started. But I love this and how you can filter all of this down. And also, I didn't get into a lot of custom reports tonight because that gentleman is a rabbit hole and it's an amazing one. So yeah, there you go. So I don't get a commission or anything if anybody upgrades or buys this or what, but it's really, really fantastic. It's really, really fantastic. So yeah, good for you, Al. I'm glad you did, because a lot of people had a lot of issues last night. But hey, Will Tool, welcome in, bud. He says, I keep forgetting I'm on StreamYard, damn it. There we go. He says, just jumped on, watching the stream from the beginning. No issues here. Good. Bought the game today. Yeah, he fixed it all up. Installed from the store. Also uninstalled. Oh, okay. You didn't have to do that. Because actually, if you had some custom things for 2023, you just use the import function and boom, brings them right in. So, but still, yeah, it's cool. So I don't know if you ever backed up or saved any of your stuff. But good, I'm glad it's working for you. Al says had no issues and says smack that like button, man. Thank you, Al. So that's it, guys. Really hadn't planned on doing a game. I mean, it's still the game with a lot more information, and I love it. If you're a stat geek and you really want to get more and more and more, immersed in your season replay, your draft project, fantasy thing, whatever you're doing, this is a fantastic game. I love it. This one and Out of the Park are they're my go-tos as much as I love the other ones I have. Love these two games. So thanks, guys, for checking out this very quick first look, hoping that how does that import function work? Pretty easy, Al. So I'll show you. Regarding this, Steve Tate's been really, really busy. In fact, in our Discord, guys, did you check it out? He built this like mammoth, awesome slot car racing thing in his home, and it looks really cool. So yeah, Al. So it imports. So if I go up here to import, I'm going to do everything except import. So I go up here to import, and let's say I want to bring in park information from a previous game edition, for instance. So I'll click on that, and then all I have to do is I just go up to Program Files, x86, and then I would go to Baseball 2023. And all I have to do is just then click here, Park Layouts, Photo Assignments, General Park Information. And then the ballpark factors, you do want to include everything from 1876 to 2023. You click import, and it literally takes, I think it took 2 or 3 seconds. That's it. And then you would just do the same players, whatever. The whole import thing maybe takes a minute. And that is it. I don't know why that's showing up there. Yeah, Al, we've been only trying to get you on our Discord for like 300 years, buddy. And Dave Gardner too. I mean, it's a place for, it's mainly baseball, but guys are putting up stuff in hockey. And Al, man, dude, pimp out what you're doing on your channel. It's all about community here. I mean, I've always been about that, but I know you've been a big guy in that, and so is Dave Gardner with that great stream that great streams that he does about community and stuff like that. So we're trying to, and you're welcome, my friend. And here is the Discord. And if you join, you'll find a link to get your own very own Pure Sim Baseball. By the way, I put it up there, and it's legit freeware and a cool game. So there you go, and you're welcome, guys. So I don't know if anybody else has anything coming up. But I'm going to probably get off of here, and that's all. That is it. Unless you have any other questions. Friday night, hopefully we'll have another baseball chin wag. I know you guys have been thinking about a season to replay just on your own outside. So do your season replay. It doesn't have to be the same season, just, because everybody's picking different seasons. If you feel like it between now and Friday, pick your favorite baseball sim, whatever it is, replay a season, and we'll get on here, get as many people on the mic as we can. I'll even splurge and get the paid version of StreamYard, and we can make it a complete Mongolian cluster. You know what? If you're a George Carlin fan, you know the other word I'm going to say. So, what's that? I'm giving something away up to 4:30. No, I'm not. I don't know what's going on, man. But thank you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was the Pure Sim baseball thing. I have no idea. But you had to join the Discord to get that. So, and again, guys, look at announcements in that section. I've shared that from my Google Drive, and again, YouTube. You're listening. It was Sean Sullivan, the game's developer, back in 2015, decided to give the game to the community. So it is legit freeware. And while you can find it on the internet, Wayback Machine, I just wanted to put a link up there. So anybody joins the Discord, look through there and grab yourself a baseball game that gives you every season from 1900 to 2014. And you can do a lot of fantasy leagues, player level, whatever. But the biggest thanks right now has to go to DK Sports. And once again, just hitting a grand slam there. Once again this year, I think it's a great ball game. And I can only imagine, just for giggles, I was talking about season prices, and I like to sort of split between buying, here, let's talk about these real quick, just the enhancements, because I didn't go over everything. Okay. So baseball cards, right? So you guys already saw that, right? So you can click the playing field to view cards for all players in the game. Baseball cards are also displayed after play based on your preferences. Choose from home runs, extra base hit, great plays, and more. The great plays are really nice. I had one today. The way it does great plays is cool. Let me bring this over to you guys so you can have a look, and then we're going to go to the shop real quick. Career stats. So data from your encyclopedias displayed on the player screen, mentioned in the game play-by-play, and career milestones as noted in card pop-up displays. You'll love the new ease of access to your league history. And that's super important. How many of us, when we do, definitely. Cluster fudge. Yeah, exactly. Right. Cluster fudge. So Dave says to how the players picks in this game. I'll be glad to show you. It's really, really easy, man. Really easy. Really easy. The home run flash at the top for the home team. Absolutely. I think that's such a nice touch. That is such a nice touch. Better internet play, by the way. So anybody you ever want to play some head-to-head action PC baseball, love to do it. There's an alternate nickname option, which is really, really cool. And it will occasionally do that, which I've seen Baseball for Windows do that a lot. It's nice to see that. Out of the Park does it too. New stats are added to the player roster and team compare screens. So real life and replay versus real standings reports have been added. You can also toggle between real life replay standings and leaders in the opening program screen. The roster screen includes separate batter and pitcher usage displays, plus buttons to quickly scroll through the game boxes. And this was needed. So these are the kind of the little things I didn't show because scrolling was kind of a pain in the butt in this game. Expanded league management tools. So exporting coach profiles, games, league zip files, they've been upgraded. So this is going to be nice for when we restart, when we do McGreevy 2.0. Actually, McGreevy is going to be an out of the park. So when we do Shanks, the next Shanks League, this is going to be nice. All right. Now, before I show Dave this is just for anybody, maybe the 2 or 3 of you out there. So baseball seasons, right? Let's just take 80 to 89. All right. Regular price for baseball seasons in Action PC Baseball, $15. They're $26 in PC Replay Baseball. These seasons are on sale right now, $8.72. $8.72. All right. Anyhow, enough of that kind of preaching. All right. So, Dave, to get player photos, if you have Out of the Park Baseball, you already have all the photos. So what you do is you just go into your DK Sports data directory that's where everything lives, Dave. So let me do this. All right. You go to baseball, and there they are, player photos. And the cool thing about it, Dave, is I know you like 1979. No, you do not need folders for each season. So you can see here, David, I do have like for 1970 or 1951. So when you create, let's say when you install a season or you create a league, it will create a folder. And then you could put players that you wanted into that folder. So let's say I don't have anything in here for 1951, but I'll just show you like for our old Shanks League, for instance. So if I were to fire up Shanks League, you see these beautiful baseball cards that Steve Tate made. And the game will look, you can tell the game to look in a subdirectory for photos. So if you really, really, really wanted to get like that down deep into it, you can definitely do it, but you do not. You could actually just have one large player pool. So I think there's something like 35,000 images in here. So there's different AJ Burnett's and what have you. But no, you don't. And as long as they're in here, the game will look for the photos. So, but to show you really, really quickly, if you go to, I think is it rules? Is it rules? I think it is. Yeah, I think it's rules. Or is it info? Yeah, there it is. It's info. So, is it? Help me out some here. Somebody. Where is it? It's one of these tabs that will tell you. Oh, and you can have your own league logos in here, by the way, too. Yeah, here we go. Locate player photos in a subfolder of DK Sports data baseball player photos. So, Dave, I know you like 1979 a lot, or I also know you like the 1899 Spiders, but let's say you created 1979 and you had the 1979 set. And a great place to look for just single season photos, guys, is apccommunity.com. Great place to get just that. If you don't want to get, every player in baseball history, you don't want to do that. So, Dave, when you would install 1979, it will create a folder in that DK Sports directory. So you would take that 1979 set, those players, just copy them right in there, and then you would just tell the game right here, again, click locate player photos, and then it will match it up to that league name, whatever it's called. So if it would be 1979 or whatever you call it, it will just pull those pictures right out of there and you're ready to rock. That's it. It is very easy. So, but yeah. So Al's right. So yeah, if you want specific player year photos, yes, then you would, but otherwise, no. That's one thing I'm not too picky about. I don't care if I'm, seeing Garrett Cole in a Yankee uniform and I'm doing a Pirates replay, but for some people that matters, and that's cool. It's valid. So I think that's it. I don't want this to go too long. I guess Legends is working on the Madden project. So for you football fans, I'm guessing there should be I guess he's going to be doing a 15-team sort of tournament as he's finishing up the other one. So for you football fans, just check it out. I myself am looking forward to Franchise Stars Baseball League. Al and Dave, if you guys join the Discord, please do not be afraid to announce when things are coming up on your channel. We're getting quite a few people in that Discord. So just do it, man. It's not about like, shameless self-promotion. We want that. Al, with just all the stuff you do, Dave, everything. So guys, you have time, just pop the link right to the video that you have coming up or one that's coming up, please. That's what it's for everybody to share, to talk sports, fellowship, what have you. That's what it's for, and we want everybody to take part. For those of you who are not content creators, put up your box scores. Talk about the replays you're doing. There's places up there. Geez, I can even show you. Let me show you what this thing looks like. I mean, and John DFW, credit goes to him for getting it. Look, I mean, we have like a ton of channels in here, and you know, so you want to put in something. You know, there's all kinds of stuff here. We have sub channels here, like for Action PC, Out of the Park, Inside Pitch, Strat. Baseball for Windows is in here somewhere. God knows what, but post what you want. All right, you're all welcome. All right, that is it, gentlemen. Thank you for our quick first look. Hopefully, Al will be doing a full broadcast, hint, with this at some point, because he's usually the guy that does the first look. I wanted to try to beat him to the punch this year, so I sort of did, but I didn't do a game. So my thanks to our Red Sox fan, to Dave Gardner, for coming in. Really, really a treat to see you guys come in here. Bernie, awesome Bernie, who always gives us great ideas for our baseball chin wags. To Mike Silva, because he's a ne'er-do-well and a great stadium creator to boot. Pib99, my paisan, thank you for coming in tonight, my friend. Will Tool, next time you come in, you get a wrench 3 times in here. You get to be a mod in here. It's my way of saying thank you. I know it ain't much, but, you know, FedEx doesn't pay that much. Todd B, I'm sorry I missed you, man. I hope you're doing well. Todd B, wrestling with a bit of the Rona, as they call it here in Pennsylvania. And Brad Church Esquire was here with us tonight. Thank you, Brad. Carlos Yaz, thank you very much for coming in. Rabid Wolverine, hope to see you back for a game. And our Friday night baseball chin wags, usually with Bernie and whoever wants to be on here, and Mike Silva. Mike's awesome. Sakuni 007, who was the first one in the ballpark tonight. And that's all, guys, from Beatles Eternally. All right. And until the next time I see all you guys, please join the Discord. Please support each other's channels and support each other's projects. And I'll see you around the batting cage. Good night.